Right, Gautam. Jasprit Bumrah continues to be this outstanding bowler for the Mumbai Indians and in the tournament at large, at the cusp of the purple cap as well. Now, he bowls at least one in the power play from what we've seen from MI this season. If Trent Bolt doesn't play, then you'll have Pattinson and Coulter-Nile possibly playing for Mumbai. And there's a chance for Bumrah to bowl 2 overs in the power play. Now, is it possible for the opposition to see him off instead of attempting to attack someone like Bumrah?
Opposition has been trying to see him off, but he's just too good a bowler to actually knock them off. If you see most of the dismissals, I don't think so. If you see even Stoinis or Shikhar Dhawan in the last game, they just got beaten by an absolute beauties. So even if you try, it's exactly the same like Rashid Khan. You try and actually play him off, but he'll beat you on the defense. He'll beat you on the outside edge. He'll beat you on the inside edge. So you got to pick him actually from the hand. And it's the same with Bumrah as well. You got to have the technique actually to survive. A good ball in any format is a good ball. So even if you try to play him out, he has that much of quality where he can actually get you out on your defense. It's exactly like Jofra Archer as well.
What we've seen in this year's tournament is only Ambati Rayudu who's managed to get the better of him, at least in the numbers in the power play. And that was, of course, the first game of the season. Since then, it looks like Bumrah has just become unplayable. Do you understand that? Bumrah slightly off, starting off, and then finding his mojo as the tournament got deeper?
Again, I think somewhere down the line, it's such a long tournament that someone will try to hit you out or probably will dominate you. Yes, Ambati Rayudu did that. AB de Villiers did that in one of the games as well. But apart from that, no one actually got better of Jasprit Bumrah. So he's a human as well. You got to realize he's actually throwing a ball, nothing else. So there will be times where a batter will actually look to dominate him. But then most of the time, he's actually someone who's been absolutely brilliant. I don't think so a lot of batters can actually do that with the new ball or in the death.
Now, we know about Bumrah at the day. De Villiers, you mentioned. Cummins had that one game which Mumbai did end up winning, but he took him on. But the Yorker is something Bumrah has, of course, mastered. How do you, as a batsman, come up with ways to negotiate the Yorker against a bowler like Bumrah when you know that's pretty much the repeat ball at the end?
See, Ronak, it's not the Yorker. It's actually the slower one. You know, someone who's got a fabulous slow one will always have a very threatening Yorker. Because actually you're looking for a slow one. And suddenly if you get that perfect Yorker, and that's why Malinga was so good. Malinga had a brilliant slow one and his Yorkers were lethal. It's exactly the same with Jasprit Bumrah, because most of the time what happens is, as a left-hander I can talk about it, because he's got a fabulous slow one and that goes away from you. You're actually always looking for a slow one, and suddenly you get a Yorker at 145. It makes it even more legal. But if you know that someone doesn't have a good slow one, actually you can stand outside the crease and actually can lap him. But you can't do that because he's got both the deliveries which are equally lethal. So that's the reason why you sometimes have to be where it is. You have to stand in the box. You can't actually fiddle with the box. You can't stand out of the box. You can't go deep in the box because he's got 2 or 3 varieties up his sleeves.
It's interesting you say that. Now, as a batsman, are you actually looking more for the slower one or for the Yorker? Which one tends to surprise you? Or you have to
as a left-hander, I always, when I was playing Malinga, when I was playing Jasprit Bumrah, obviously I haven't played Jasprit Bumrah a lot, but I've played Malinga a lot. I always used to look for a slow one. Because I would definitely get beaten on a slow one more often than not rather than on a Yorker, because Yorker has a very, very small margin of error. But then with a slow one, you actually get beaten in the air. So once you get beaten in the air, then there is no way to go. But if a bowler misses a Yorker and it just by a length, by even a small margin becomes a length ball. So that's how I've always played Malinga in the death overs. But yes, Jasprit Bumrah, that's the reason I say that his Yorker is so lethal, and that is why Malinga's Yorker is so lethal, because most of the batters are actually also looking for a slow one.
Is there any way to put Bumrah off?
Use the crease. Probably stand outside the crease, go deeper in the crease, probably stand out the crease. I know he's got a sharp bouncer as well, but then you got to take that gamble. See, he is so accurate with his Yorkers, probably try and pick him on the full. When people say go deep in the crease and probably make that length ball, the Yorker which he bowls really well, but then he's too smart. Probably you got to start standing outside the crease, go sometimes deep in the crease, start playing with the box as a batter. That's the only way. If you keep standing at the same position, he'll keep delivering those lethal Yorkers.